Okay, third time is a charm. So this morning I tried to do a live video, but I was not in a good network area, so it kept freezing. I just deleted it in case you're looking for it. So basically the video, which I'm going to do properly now, is about alternate day fasting and extended fast and things you need to know. So firstly, any sort of extended fast would be 36 hours or more. That would really be your extended fast. That is where we see a lot of the benefits in regards to fat loss start to kick in, and even the sort of apoptosis aspect of things. And then the alternate day fasting would be fasting not every other day. It doesn't have to be every other day. It can be, say, fasting all day Thursday evening till Saturday morning, and then maybe all day Tuesday evening to Thursday morning. It doesn't have to be every other day, but for this example, we're going to look at every other day. So if someone was doing alternate day fasting on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, that means having pretty much no calories except for the few calories you might get in from your tea or coffee. They do have calories, but it's like 2 or 3. It's almost negligible. Or if you were having electrolytes or apple cider vinegar, like those would be the only calories you're going to get on these alternate days of fasting. But that would mean that you're only eating on Thursday and Tuesday, and then Saturday we'll assume is your refeed day. So the refeed day takes care of the extra calories. So when we're doing this sort of alternate day fasting, if you're again fasting Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, like for the whole days, we have to be sure that on the days that we are eating, that we're getting enough calories in there. You have to compensate, not a lot, but a little. So if you're eating on Tuesday and Thursday, you may just increase your calories by 200 or 300 calories. And that can be as easy as just having some extra carbs, which I know everyone will be happy about, or extra protein. We try not to get the extra calories out of fat, but there is always these natural crossovers, so sometimes it's harder to avoid. But just being conscious that if I'm doing like 3 alternate day fasts, I need to make sure I'm getting some extra calories on my feeding day. And if you're exercising as well on those feeding days and you're doing a lot of hard exercise or heavy or CrossFit or heavy weightlifting, you may need to increase your calories by up to 500. So if your daily allowance on average is 1500 calories, you could be going up as high as 2,000 calories, and your body will utilize it. It won't store it, but you have to make sure that you're doing this. Otherwise, you'll push the body into a very stressful scenario or state. You also need to make sure that you're getting a lot of dense nutrition on these feeding days. And this is always my concern when people saying they're doing a lot of fasts. It's the nutrition. It's hard to get a lot of nutrition into feeding days when you're doing a lot of fasting, or if you're doing OMAD, so 1 meal a day. It's very hard to get all of your nutrition into that one meal. And even if you did, it will overwhelm the body and your body won't be able to absorb all of it. So you have to be careful with nutrition, because once you compromise the nutrition, then your mental health starts to go, and your hormones and your gastric health starts to go, and your body starts to stress. So on these feeding days, not only are you watching to making sure that you're getting enough calories, but you have to get enough of your fairy dust, of your dense nutrition in there. And like, you guys have so many easy ways to do it. It shouldn't be a problem, but people forget. Like, this is why I'm always saying don't compromise on your morning and evening routines, because at least then I know we've got both ends of the day covered with some medicine. If you remember a few weeks ago, I was saying our fairy dust is our medicine for helping us heal and regenerate and support our immune system. So even on your fasting days, even if you're doing those extended fasts, Jennifer, hi, you may have missed what I said at the start, so maybe go back. But even if you're doing these longer fasts, you have to at least get those morning and evening routines, and that will kind of corkscrew, or whatever term I'm looking for, both ends of the day to make sure you're getting something good into your body. And they pretty much have no calories, your morning and evening routines, but they've an abundance of medicine. And then, as the analogy goes, so you're doing alternate day fasting, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So on Tuesday and Thursday, you're going to increase your calories a bit. You're going to make sure you have enough fairy dust or dense nutrition. And then let's say you're having your refeed on Saturday. You're going to obviously have no issues getting the extra calories in there, but you still want some good stuff in there. And that's where your offsetting tools come in, with your apple cider vinegar and your blueberries and your berberine and your apples and whey protein shakes. These are all your offsetting tools, and this is in the Masters platform, and I'm pretty sure there's a whole post in here if you type in refeed day on offsetting foods. So not only do these foods help offset a lot of the issues with having lots of sugar, they're nutritious, they're healthy, they're beneficial on many levels, from offsetting to supporting your gut, to supporting blood sugar metabolism, to supporting immunity, providing polyphenols. So they're not just offsetting, they do an abundance of things. This is my concern when people ask me, can I do OMAD a couple of times a week? Or what if I only do, so OMAD means 1 meal a day. Or what if I only do breakfast and skip? Firstly, if you're going to do any sort of fasting, it's usually easier to just skip the first few meals and have your dinner if you're looking at 1 meal a day. If you have your breakfast, you will spike those hormones, those satiety and digestive hormones that are going to tell your body, like, you've had food. You will get some insulin there. Even if you just pure coconut all morning, you will still get that response. You'll get a small response, and that will signal hunger. So it can be harder to fast after that unless you keep yourself very, very, very busy. Otherwise, it's easier for people to just go longer in the morning, because when we sleep, we reset our leptin hormone. That's why you might go to bed tonight hungry, and you'll push through it, hopefully, and you go to sleep, and then you wake up in the morning, you're like, I'm not hungry anymore, because that leptin hormone resets. Leptin is our satiety hormone. So then we wake up and we're not hungry. So then it's easier to skip breakfast or lunch and go to dinner. So if you are doing like 1 meal a day, you go towards your dinner meal then. And the easiest way to make that meal very nutritious and easily digestible and bioavailable is to do some sort of softer, easy to digest meal, like soups, like stews, like mashed potato and slow cooked chicken and mashed broccoli, and stuff that you can have a lot of it, but it won't stress your body too much, and you'll be able to absorb all of the nutrients. And you'll get a lot more bioavailable nutrients that way. Like I was saying earlier, that if you do OMADs and you're only having dinner, there's a higher risk you're not going to get all the nutrients you need out of that meal. It's very hard to get all of your calories in and nutrients in if you're not just eating chocolate and junk food. Like, if you're eating real food, even if you had a huge meal, it's going to be a lot on your digestive system after fasting for so long. You won't even assimilate or absorb all of the nutrients, because it would be too overwhelming on your system. So you might only absorb half. Whereas if you have something that's already kind of pre-digested, like soup and mashed potatoes and easy to digest foods, there's a higher likelihood you're going to absorb more of those nutrients, helping to offset or prevent any nutrient deficiencies from happening. This is really important to remember. And then you fill in the gaps with your supplements. Now, when you're doing alternate day fasts, we don't want to be taking supplements bar really too. So your apple cider vinegar and your teas and your collagen, they're all fine. But I don't really want you taking any other supplements bar krill oil and berberine. At the very least, berberine, because berberine taken in a fasted state can upregulate the benefits of a fast, and that's been shown in a lot of research. Otherwise, when we're doing these alternate day fasts, we're doing it with the intent that we're going to stress the body. We want the body to start breaking down and cleaning up damaged cells and proteins and everything, and start breaking itself down for energy. If we come in with a load of antioxidants like vitamin C and D3, then we're offsetting that stress, so we don't get as many benefits. I mean, it's not going to be a big deal if you do it, but ideally we don't do it. Like, it's really not a big deal. I'm just highlighting this. But if you're doing your 20-hour warrior fast or 1 meal a day, for sure you can have your supplements there, because really that's not much longer than your normal day. A warrior fast is like 20 hours. That's not much longer than what you're already doing. Most of you are already doing 16-8. So you're only adding on the 4 hours there. You're not going to be stressing your body too much there. The idea with the warrior fast is more to just allow your body to digest and break down stuff and reduce inflammation in the gut. That's more of the idea there with a warrior fast. And then when you're doing your regular 16-8, the thing is, that's not too far off from how people normally eat. Like 16-8, although we call it intermittent fasting, it's time restricted feeding. I'm keeping you restricted to eating in this window, but it's not too far off from how people normally eat if you're sleeping throughout the night and having, like, most people are not eating for about 12 hours. So that's where, if you were not doing like time restricted feeding or fasting and you were just doing calorie restriction, the hours wouldn't be too far off. They're pretty similar. So what you're doing with your 16-8 is time restricted feeding, and then the warrior fast, that's for helping your gut. Like most of us do it, well, most people do it post Saturday, like post refeed day, to allow your body to digest any excess foods or just toxins from the refeed day, reduce inflammation in the gut, and just give your gut a bit of a break. A lot of us do those extended fasts though into Monday morning from Saturday evening, and like I said at the start of the video, an extended fast is 36 hours or more. And there you can have teas, water, black coffee. You can still have stuff. That is the best, one of the best. I don't want to say the complete best, because there's always ways. That is great for pushing metabolic flexibility and pushing fat burning. These extended fasts, like most of the research shows us that fat burning, especially as you get into your 40s and 50s, we see better results when we do alternate day fasting. But that's not to say like your 16-8s and your warrior fast are not going to make a difference. They totally will. They in themselves bring in a form of calorie restriction. Now I feel like I'm going off on a tangent, but these are very important tips to remember. You have so many tools to easily make sure you're getting in extra calories on your feeding days, or making sure that that one meal on your warrior fast or your 1 meal a day, that you're getting enough nutrition there. Like, you've a lot of tools. There's so many things you can use. But like I said, you want to make sure you're getting your morning and evening routine in. That is so important. So at the very least, we're getting some like medicine in there to make sure that your body is supporting itself and staying strong and resilient and regenerating and producing stem cells and all that sort of stuff. But I just wanted to put this out there because there's a couple of people who are doing 1 meal a day 3 times this week, and there's a couple of people that are doing fasting, alternate day fasting on Tuesday and Thursday. I'm doing alternate day fasting Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I know Samantha's doing the mono diet, which in itself is a type of fasting. Go check out the post on that. And even though you're eating, it technically is a form of fasting. So I just want you guys to be sure of this. Because I don't want any nutritional deficiencies. Like I said earlier, so most of you will probably have to watch this again. When we have the nutritional deficiencies, generally the first thing to go is mental health. You start losing your motivation, you start getting irritable, frustrated, can't think straight, then sleep gets interrupted, then your gut health gets interrupted, the hormones start going. So the fairy dust, your dense nutrition is so important. And the easy ways to support that is your morning and evening routine. So everything is for a reason. I've said this from the beginning. Everything I say, there's a reason for it. I know it can seem overwhelming, but once you get the routine down, as many of you see, it's just routine. You just do it, and then you don't have to think about it. It's just part of your life. So, but it is getting the routine down first. And I know a lot of this stuff is not what other people teach or talk about, but when you compare your results to other people's results, you can see the difference. When you compare my own results to other teachers' results, you can see the difference. So I hope this is helpful. I hope many of you will rewatch it. I think I'll upload it to YouTube so I can share it. Okay, I'll chat to you guys later. Bye-bye.